Hey everybody. So we're doing the Archangel Paimoniah. Looks like it's misspelled at the top. No, I did. Like it's in the booklet. So it's the Archangel Paimoniah. So again, this is divine unity, like often referred to as the ambassador of divine power. When we think of power, it's creative destruction. It is a lot of times what we would call realization in the moment. You're sitting there, you're reflecting, and you have that aha moment. A lot of times that aha moment will bring tears to your eyes because there is the removal of something for something new to come in, like a removal of old ways of thinking or an old trauma or old way of being that we let go of so that something new can come in. And that is one level of divine power. The other aspect of divine power is the ability of energy or life force or soul energy to be able to manipulate the form, to manipulate the body, to manipulate the cells, or not the cells, the elements, right? And when we think of aligning with the light or attuning to the light, attuning to the soul, having a greater level of soul energy within the body. It's not just coming down in the body and like hanging out, right? It's going deeper and deeper into the form. And different traditions would say this in a different way, but like if you look at it from the point of view of like the Catholic tradition, there's Mother Mary, but sometimes she's referred to as Virgin Mary. Now, not to get all into, the manger and how she got pregnant, and, if we set that aside, a lot of times in different traditions, when they refer to someone as virgin, it doesn't mean that they haven't had sex. It means that their nature, their soul, their spirit is untouched by human activity. It means that they're able to be in a body and not have the effects of stresses and primal drives and survival dominance and the effects of the elements, like the negative effects of the elements impacting who they are as a soul or as a spirit, right? And so when you start to look at the idea of like gold energy in the body, or the body starts producing gold energy, one way of saying it is it starts to restore the body, it starts to restore the nervous system, it starts to restore your physiology. If we've degenerated in the body some way, like the body is gone into a sickness or an illness, it helps the body restore so that the body can heal. Just because we have a difficulty, it doesn't necessarily mean that the body is trying to heal it. It has the potential to heal it, but if we're stuck in stress and survival dominance, the body doesn't allocate the energy or the body power, kind of like manpower, to go and address these particular issues. It's just trying to survive. It's just trying to maintain the right here, right now, right? It's not looking at like, if I don't heal this in 20 years, this is going to be an issue. The body never thinks of that. Never, never thinks of that. It thinks about right here, right now. So, this idea of restoration, of the ambassador of divine power, even the idea of protection, it has to do with the potential of light and then eventually love having an impact on our physiology and beginning to change our physiology. And really, the change is that it regulates the primal drives, it regulates the survival drives, it regulates the stress responses and the reflexes to all the negative, weird things that happen to us in our lives. And so the more that we do this, the body recovers faster, the emotions are calmer, the heart is more activated, the mind is clearer, and the the aspects of the will are not so much driven by the survival mode as they start to be a little bit more driven by serving the soul or serving the higher nature. And this is what truly is meant by ending our suffering. The suffering comes from the survival mode, the stress responses, the survival dominant. When we identify more with the soul and the higher nature, our true nature, we break out of the patterns of suffering and we begin to have very different experiences and we have very different perspectives. So we're going to use this idea of the Archangel Paimoniah, and we're going to help refine the energy body and the production of gold. And then not only the production of gold, but to use it to refine the body to an even deeper degree, right? So at first, what I'm going to have you do is just close your eyes. Your eyes are closed. Your awareness is on your brain. Keep your awareness on your brain. No. Move your awareness to the navel. No. Just let go. Just with invoking a name, what did you notice? I think we only said the name like maybe 3 or 4 times. So you can see, a lot of times we say the name of the angel maybe 10, 12 times with awareness on the brain or awareness on an area. We keep saying it over and over again, but the energy is strong. This aspect of divine power, it helps to reorganize the body. And if you're conductive, deep healing can happen and spiritual growth can be rapid if one so desires. You can shift and change your energy body very quickly. So we're going to do some work with the oil blend, and then we're going to do some deeper work with it. So now the production of gold in the body happens with the navel. Right? The navel takes energy from different areas, like it pulls energy from different chakras, different body parts, kind of puts it together, mixes it, and in that it synthesizes gold energy. Synthesize doesn't mean it makes something synthetic. It means that it takes different pieces and makes something new, right? Something a bit more effective, something a little bit stronger. And so when you want to work with this aspect, the one of the best ways to do this is to start by working with the navel. So you're going to have your blend, the Archangel Paimoniah. And you're going to begin inhaling with your awareness on your navel. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on your navel. You're inhaling, your awareness is on your navel. Now move an inch and a half below your navel. You're an inch and a half below the navel. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And then just pause for a moment. Just pause and let it go. Let's do your navel again. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on your navel. Move your awareness an inch and a half below the navel. Now, from there, go to your sex chakra, where the sex organs are. Now go to the perineum, the floor of the pelvis, that area between the sex organs and the anus, the very bottom of your pelvis. Your awareness is there. Now move your awareness to the bottom of the tailbone. Just let go for a moment. Just let everything go. How's that feel? Hey, your awareness is back on the bottom of the tailbone. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Move to your low back area. Your back solar plexus, your mid back area. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths on the mid back area. Your back heart area between your shoulder blades. the back throat, the middle of the back of your neck. The base of your skull. Your awareness is on the base of your skull. The back of your head. Your awareness is on back of your head. The very top of your head. And then just let go. Just let go. You're just being still. Your awareness is on the top of your head again. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Your awareness is on the forehead. Now, between your eyebrows, your awareness is between the eyebrows. Your throat. Your awareness is on your throat. It's just like, mm. Down to your high heart, that little notch between your two collarbones, the upper part of your chest or the bottom part of your throat, like where that area meets. Your awareness is there. Nice, long, slow, deep breath. Your front heart, the center of your chest. Your awareness is on the solar plexus, that area below your ribs on your upper abdomen. Your awareness is on your navel. And just pause and be still. Completely let go. Completely let go. Notice how you feel your body, your emotions, your thoughts. How about you? How did you go talking? Samantha gets this look on her face like, don't make me talk. Good for you. We're going to do a deeper version of this. But before we do that, let's do some shares, some questions. You can unmute, you can type in. Let's talk it out a little bit. And then let's do another round.
Yeah, go ahead, Teresa.
Hey.
Hi there. Um, that was really soothing to the body.
Mm,
Um, yeah, that felt really nice, actually. Very peaceful.
yeah. Like when gold really starts to be generated in the body, there's there's like a kind of peace, or there's a kind of, I don't know, like a sense of well-being or a stillness or a,
Mm,
I don't know that those even touch what it is. It's just like this, like it just feels like there's like goodness or something in the body.
yep.
It's like a
Yeah.
peace and like it's all of those. And
Yeah.
whenever gold really starts to be generated in the body, it's for myself, it's almost like a little bit like shocking to the mind. Like the mind is like, oh wow, really? This could happen? Like really? Seriously? I had no idea. And then there's a part of me that then goes, this is serious. This is super serious. Like, I gotta tell people about this, but who's gonna listen? Like, there's just like this level of stuff. And, it really is that idea of like light when it physicalizes enough, it starts to reorganize the body, and that reorganization is the
Yeah.
goal. Like it is
Uh,
hitting the body. It's the energy body is becoming something different. Really, what's happening is the gold is making your energy body more conductive to light into the soul. I mean, that's the
mhm.
like the building blocks of what's happening is that. So, um,
Yeah. I felt that actually. I was sitting here. I mean, I've had my body boomeranging like peace and then absolute agitation since the weekend. Or
mhm,
actually, even in the last week and a half, it's been going through some cycle. And then somewhere, maybe towards the end, I was sitting here in peacefulness, and I'm like, wow, that feels good.
mhm,
And exactly how you described it, the mind can't latch on to things because earlier, it just like little micro agitations, like distracting me.
yeah.
So,
And you know how we talk about like the mind always kind of goes to past experiences. The mind kind of goes, wait, what is this? I had no idea this was on the table. Like
yeah,
if I would have
exactly.
this was on the table, I would have been pursuing this a long time ago. Like
Uh-huh.
it's
I like it.
the thing that I would say also about the gold is, when we experience light and we experience vagal tone and we experience deep experiences or release or realization, it happens. And like you can almost feel like, okay, I feel it, but I also feel like the transient nature of it. Like, yeah,
Hmm.
it's there, but it feels like I feel amazing, but it's passing or it's going to pass or it'll pass.
Uh-huh.
When the gold really starts to get a little, just even a little bit of momentum, it kind of lingers and lasts, and then it lingers and lasts longer, and then it lingers and lasts longer until there's just this like kind of wave that just washes over the mind, the emotions, and the body, where you just okay, like you know, like sometimes I have an experience that feels good for a day or two. Sometimes I have an experience that might feel okay for a few weeks or maybe a month or like, it starts to feel like it's got a
Hmm.
lot more legs than
Sure.
other experiences. And,
Yeah.
that's the thing too, is we can't just go rushing into it because we don't really have the building blocks for it. As we kind of do all the vagal tone and doing all the things about balancing the nervous system, that's how we are able to access the gold. And then once it's there, then it's like I remember my very first experience with it. My very, very first experience with, kind of what we're talking about. I remember like I was just standing there and I go, I've never heard of this in any book, any discussion, any
Hmm.
any description, any class, like nothing. Like this is like a level of something that, just doesn't get talked about. Yeah.
Sorry, Oliver's snoring. That's not me. Um, a question on the blend. What is in this blend?
Let's see.
Thank God, Craig's talking. I think he agrees. He's like, more gold, please.
How old is he now?
He is two in 1 month.
Wow. Oh yeah, no, I see why. It's galbanum, milfoil, and acacia.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why it's doing what it does.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
And so right after you toned, we had a couple shares come in. Feeling of confidence. Some rushes in my shoulders and upper spine. Another said my tensed shoulders and body relaxed and calm. Perfect timing. Emotional healing required in my body. Thank you.
Yeah. Both
And me
shoulders.
too. Yeah.
Yours too?
hmm
Your shoulders?
Yeah, my shoulders, down my
Nice.
spine. Yeah, it was like this cool release. Right after the toning.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Linda.
Hey, Linda.
Hey, hi there, everybody. Um, Ditto on everything you were all just talking about in terms of the experience with this. It's very uh calming, peaceful, quiet, all of that. It's lovely. Um, the share I wanted to
Hmm.
do today, though, had to do with Noga Hayel.
Okay.
Um, because one of the things I'm finding with when we do these angels is I start to work with him through the week, and
Hmm.
then because sometimes it's hard in this moment we do the practice, and then it's like to say
Sure.
what's really happening, right? Well, Noga Hayel was really a huge help to me
Yeah.
a week ago when I was really in the midst of something that was very uncomfortable with a work-related situation and a colleague and everything just like not going well. And I just started calling on Noga Hayao, and I just kept asking for that help. And when the conversation was done and I went for a walk, I just continued to chant the name, call
Hmm.
on him. And it was amazing to me that like within 10 minutes, it was all like not a big deal for me anymore. It was
Oh,
just
that's tremendous.
it
Yeah.
was, it was, it
Sure.
was really tremendous. That ability to have that distance, that
Yeah.
perspective, that willingness to let go and get out of the story quickly.
Yeah.
Um, I was priceless. It's just
Yeah.
priceless.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. I mean,
So,
that's the thing. Like if you kind of think about it, like, you're tapping into an energy with consciousness. We think, at least I did for the longest time. I think of it as, this being walking around and you're going like, hey, could I ask you for a favor? But over the years, it became more of like accessing a kind of consciousness or a way of thinking or an elevated aspect of the mind. It's this current that you just kind of get in and you start riding the current, and then pretty soon you look around, you go, yeah, I'm nowhere near where I was 20 minutes ago or 30 minutes ago or in the middle of this situation or whatever. And you know, I I think I have done it a lot, and there's also part of me that realizes I haven't even begun to tap into the potential, you know.
mhm. Yeah, I understand. Because the other
Mm.
thing I'm noticing again, with the org programming we did last year and then the
Mhm.
angel work we're doing this year is that like when I have like a medical procedure came up this last week also. And
Mhm.
it's like where I was like a year and a half ago going into something like that is so completely different than it is now.
Mhm.
There's just an ease and a peace and a like
Right,
it's just like I'm so much more capable of just meeting these things as they arise. My vagal tone
right,
doesn't get thrown off. I don't go into that fight flight so much. I just go
right,
with it. And I'm even kind of having fun with those kinds of things. And
right,
I sort of step back sometimes and look at myself and think, wow, that's huge. That's a huge shift for
right.
yeah.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love, yeah,
Yeah. Me too. I mean, it's certainly making a lot of life a lot easier, because you're
yeah.
just going into it. And I don't know. There's just a sense. Even today, I was at the eye doctor for an exam, and I was just sitting there and doing the thing, and I was just like beaming light and just being happy about being there, and just,
Mhm.
it was it was just it's a very different way to engage. And I'm so
Mhm.
grateful for it. So thank you. And thank you to all
You're
the
so
angels
welcome.
and to this
Um,
group for always getting together to practice like this together. It's so fantastic.
yeah, it's nice that we all get together like this. I really, we were talking about it over the weekend, like between, breaks and after class. It was just like, yeah, we're doing our thing and we're all doing this, but it's just like it's so nice having a group that you do things with, and we were just, I don't know, appreciating the a group of people getting together and kind of doing some of the same things.
Yeah,
It's very nice.
it is. The synergy is fantastic. So
Yeah,
thank you all. Blessings to you all. And thank you.
thank you, thank you. Yeah, glad your medical stuff went go.
Yeah, me too.
And go ahead, Dennis.
He didn't.
Hi. So I wanted to dovetail on what Linda said.
Mhm.
First of all, when I go to the retinal guy, there's a dark room, and we've all had our eyes dilated, and a number of us have waited anywhere from an hour to 5 hours
Oh
to
yeah,
see the retinal guy.
right.
So a number of folks are not happy in any way, shape, or form. Plus, they're all anxious about their retina, which is key to seeing, of course.
Sure.
And people are in their humanity, which can also go all the way to why should I have to wait for this guy? My time is valuable, unquote. And
Mhm.
to just let people be. And number two, not to feed into it. It's
Right.
really a challenge, but I'm getting much better. And so, yeah, being at the eye doctor and waiting in the dark with dilated eyes. Anyways, the second thing is the idea came to me. I used to study under a spiritual master, and their ideas on weekend seminars was, quote, we're going to stuff you and stuff you and stuff you until you are full. And then we're going to stuff you some more. And that was just Saturday. And then they do the same thing on Sunday. And I got to be exhausted by
Yeah,
5 p.m. And there was still yapping, teaching
yeah,
till 7 p.m. And I am sick of it.
yeah,
And so I appreciate you have lots of opportunities to learn stuff, and you say many of the same things, and I can only absorb a certain amount, and I cannot attend every single one of your talks. And
mhm.
so I appreciate a slower, more relaxed.
Yeah. Something that's digestible.
Yeah, rather than trying to
Like,
pound it down my head
yeah,
or down my throat. It just
yeah,
doesn't. I think some of it's cultural, but yeah.
yeah. I hear you. Yeah.
And
It's one thing to throw out a whole, a whole bunch of information, but if it doesn't get digested, it doesn't really matter.
yeah, it just bounces off like metallic on the
Yeah,
paint on a car. So boing. And
yeah,
and then the last part is I just came from a therapist where I finished unloading for an extreme amount of money. So I think I'm open more than I would be otherwise. So I don't want to have to do this every
right.
single week. But yeah, it today I was surprised how much peace and serenity I could obtain. And so thanks again. Like I'm just
And
repeating what
and
others.
you nailed it. Like the ability to pull it up. It's great when you're sitting on your meditation pillow and you're burning some incense and you got your shawl on and you're like, home, home, home. It's great when you can do that. But to do it in the middle, be able to have that peace in the middle of traffic, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's worth its weight in gold. Like I've told this story before, but going back to what you said right in the beginning of like, being in the doctor's office and everybody being in there, humanity and everything. So one of my early teachers, you know, he was this I don't know, he's a super sweet guy, and he'd be working with students in a group, but he'd also work with us one-on-one. And students being students, and they're like interacting with him, they'd go, I feel my heart's activated, like my heart's really, I feel like I'm really developing. And he didn't really have like everything was done through ceremony. So there wasn't like a set of teachings or anything. There was just ceremony. And then you would have interactions with him. And that was that. And so, you know, different people would get to a place where I was like, oh, I'm just sharing with the teacher, like, oh, my heart feels so big and everything. And he'd go, that's amazing. That's great. Come on, let's go for a ride. He'd take us down to the DMV.
Costco.
Yeah. And he'd walk in the DMV and he's like, look at everybody in here. Go stand with those people over there. Activate your heart. Like you think your heart's activated? Go stand over there with those people and like activate, get a number, stand in line, you know. And it really puts things in perspective, you know.
Along those lines, I had an experience with a different person, a teacher from Sri Lanka. And the friend who got me the session said, this guy has us walk into the middle of Las Vegas in the casino and say to a stranger, I love you, unquote. And I thought she was nuts. But now, what you just said, I'm getting a little bit of some of that. So, yeah, there are
Yeah.
lots of ways, and I like your way, period.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah.
And we have a few more shares. Someone said, long, deep, wide open yawns,
Yeah.
watering, dripping eyes,
Yeah.
watering mouth. Wow. I feel a big release happening, and I'm comfortable.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, deeper. Wow. Oh, when you were like,
Oh
we're
yeah,
gonna go
we
even
go a little
deeper.
deeper. Yeah.
And then we've had multiple people be like yawning. I'm still yawning.
Yeah.
And then yum, gold, deep goodness.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Gold really impacts the body. So I think that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are good shares.
Okay. So basically, what we did is we went to the navel and then the navel minor, which an inch and a half below the navel. And we kind of used the name a little bit, but we're using the oil and then we circulated it. We went down from the navel down to the sex chakra, down to the perineum, down to the bottom of the tailbone. And then we start going up the backside, up to the low back, up to the back solar plexus, up to the back heart, back throat. You can do the base of the skull if you want. You can kind of just keep easing your way up, back head, and then a crown, and then release. And let it cook for a minute, right? And then you're bringing it back to the crown, and then you're going to the forehead, going to the ajna, you're going to the throat, you're going down to the high heart, the solar plexus, and then back at the navel, right? So you've done this like kind of loop through the body. And what you're doing is, when you're on the navel, you're helping the navel start digesting energy, and then, which it's going to start to synthesize the gold. And then you basically circulate it, you distribute it through the body, right? So we've done this practice in some of some of the classes in the past, and there's a way to kind of make the gold, like to cook it. And like when you cook it, it means you can like move more of it, like you can distribute more of it. At first it feels like you're kind of trying to distribute like maple syrup that's been in the part of the refrigerator that's made it like almost solid, and you're trying to go like uh 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 but we want to like warm it up in the microwave so it just like flows really easy, right? So it distributes in the body really easy. So the way that we do that is you put your awareness on the navel and you inhale the oil or tone the name. And we're going to do both. We're going to inhale and tone. And then you go down to an inch and a half below the navel. And again, you inhale the oil and tone the name a little bit. And then just let go. And then again on the navel. And then you inhale several times. And then we move our awareness from the navel through the body and we come out on the back, right? So we're going from the front side through the body, coming out on the back side, right? And then we let that be there for a moment. And then we kind of bring the energy from the backside and we bring it to the front, but we go around the outside of the body. Like if you had a belt on, you'd like, move it through the belt and then come back to the navel, right? So we're going to do that. And that is what cooks the gold, right? So it kind of cooks the energy. It makes it um, like the maple syrup that's been on the stove or, in the microwave or however you want to look at it. It makes it like a lot more fluid. Gold by its nature is it's physicalized divine energy, but it's not as fluid as divine energy. It still has consciousness. It just usually kind of stays where it's at. We want to distribute it, right? So I'm going to guide you through it. So you have your oil and your awareness is on your navel. Let's go ahead and take some nice, long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on the navel. Now move your awareness an inch and a half below the navel. Okay, and then pause and let go. You're just going to pause and let go. And you're not going to inhale, but you're going to keep your awareness on your navel. And I'm going to just tone the name a few times. You're inhaling the oil. Your awareness is on your navel. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths with the oil. Your awareness is on your navel. Now, move your awareness through your body to the back side. Your awareness is on your low back. Now, bring your awareness around each side, like if you're wearing a belt. You're following the belt from the back on both sides to the front, coming back to your navel. Your awareness is 1.5 inches below your navel. Your awareness is on the sex chakra. You're on the perineum, the floor of the pelvis. The bottom of the tailbone. Your awareness is on the bottom of the tailbone. And then just let go. Your awareness is on the bottom of the tailbone. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. The low back area. Your awareness is on that low back area. Your back, solar plexus, the mid back area. Back solar plexus area. Mid back area, below the shoulder blades. The back heart, the area between the shoulder blades. The back throat, the middle of the back of your neck. Base of the skull. Your awareness is on the base of the skull. The back head. Your awareness is on the back head. And then the top of your head. The very top of your head. Just let go. Your awareness is back on the crown. Your awareness is on the forehead. Between the eyebrows. Your throat. Your awareness is on the throat. The high heart. Between your collarbones. the heart, the center of your chest, the front solar plexus, that area below your ribs on your upper abdomen. And then your navel. Your awareness is on your navel. Just let go. Let go of everything. Just let go. Keep your eyes closed. Just hear my voice and let go. Hey. More. Lord. Get out all space in. No. Oh. Okay, so there is a slightly different version, and depending on how you do it, it could actually be a little bit of a stronger version. And we really don't have time to do it right now, but we are going to be doing the blessing for the prayer petition, and would be good to generate a bunch of gold before we did blessing. So we're going to do it in the prayer petition blessing here in just a few minutes if you want to join us. Like a little 15-20 minute thing. But we have a couple minutes if you want to do shares or questions. And then Samantha's also posting the link to the prayer petition blessing. But yeah. Yeah.
It was great. I mean, I feel like a completely
Different kind of human being.
Exactly. There was before the practice and then after.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Dennis.
Hey.
I'm noticing tingling on the tips of my fingers and my tongue. I don't know what to make of it, but I assume it's all good.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Like, sometimes it's circulation, sometimes it's energy running down the spine, up and down the spine. Uh, yeah, tingling on the tongue. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't
I
think
had
it's, like you said, I don't think it's bad. It's just, yeah.
My second question, I think
Mhm.
I've kind of by experience half answered it, but I was earlier taught that electric violet was high level prana with consciousness and would go where it needed to go. And
Mhm.
that gold was high level prana, but it tended to stay where you put it. So, can
Mhm.
you help me with this structural
Yeah,
understanding?
gold is just like a step down, like it's a like any sort of electric color comes in, and then it interacts with the aura, and then as it begins to physicalize, it turns to gold. And so it becomes less fluid and becomes dense because now it's starting to interact with the form. Yeah.
So, where does warmed up flowing gold fit?
Well, it depends on the person in the body. You know, over a period of time, it starts to interact with the nervous system usually first, and then it starts to hit some of the areas where it might, like the body's already of a vibration kind of, and starts to restore that. But in the energy body, it will start to have like little flecks that start to go throughout the energy body, including the chakras. And then there starts to be bigger chunks, and it's like it's being produced. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like chunks. So, okay. I'll
Yeah.
pray for chunks. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Chunks are always good.
Yeah, chunks are good. Soup, gold. Yeah. Okay. Good. Thanks.
What does it mean if the gold has a greenish tinge to it at times?
It's probably converting, or has been converted from electric green versus electric violet. Yeah, it's just different electric color. Electric just means energy with consciousness, you know, but different colors can come in. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to slide over to the prayer petition blessings for Astara. We posted the link, and we're going to do a little bit of a version of this there, and then bless the world and areas in your life and the prayer petitions. And so tomorrow night we're doing a deeper dive, I think on white light,
Mhm.
right? And so, and then we have the Astara session, and then the mystical tool practice is Dorje Enoch. So, and then the weekend, Angel Heart will be live in Sarasota. So I think for a lot of you, it's a review, and we'll be doing a kind of a next step or next phase of that class. So, see ya.